see me. Hopefully you can see everything. If not, I'm sorry. I'm outside recording this video because I don't feel like getting all glammed up right now. I feel real sluggish today because we just got back home Saturday, and I know it's Monday, but I still feel sluggish from the trip. And I'm going to update y'all so y'all don't forget about me, because it's been a whole week since I've updated a video. So I don't want y'all to think I'm busting off or something like that and not showing my face. Okay, so, and excuse my face, because like I said, I don't feel like being glamorized right now. Just really don't. So y'all have seen me at my worst many of times. So what do I say? My trip to Atlanta, Georgia I loved it. I loved going to see my sister and my grandma and my sister's husband. I just enjoyed spending time with them. It was a trip well needed because I've been separated from my family for a while now. And I get anxiety being without them. So I think that trip was well needed. And I haven't seen my grandma in a year since I've been pregnant, since my last pregnancy with Malia. And she hasn't seen Malia in a year. So it was nice for her to get to see her granddaughter, her great-granddaughters, and spend time with them. Oh, they loved it. They loved being up underneath her. They just enjoyed the entire time we were there. We made sure that, nothing was scheduled. We just went by, flow. So we went by the flow of things. We just did what we wanted to do. We slept the first, I believe, day and a half there. And then after that, we found things for us to do. I wanted to do the hookah lounge, but I couldn't do it because in ATL, their hookah is only at night, where in Mississippi and Tennessee, it's at day and night. So it don't really matter here. But we did that. We went to go sit down and eat. I ate oysters. Oh my God, that's my first time, and they were actually good. This was me and my husband's first time having a date night without the kids. And I think that's the best thing for any couple who have children to experience, because Malia, we've always had date nights, but we had an extra Malia. So it's kind of hard to have dates when you have children. So it was so nice to actually have a date with somebody that was strong enough, from my side of the family to watch our kids. And I just really loved that, and they loved it. Of course, Malia cried for the first 30 or 40 minutes that we were gone. But my grandma said that's normal, and anybody that can't handle things like that, they're doing the right thing by staying away because they're not built for it. So she did really good while we were gone, really good. No calls or anything to check up on her, because I knew she was in great hands with my grandma. And she loved it. Like, she was kicking it with the girls, and she was asleep by the time we got back. So, yeah, and we took the girls to Hippo Hot. Yeah, I can't even say it. So we took the girls to this really nice place where they could run and have fun. I might insert videos and stuff. Run and have fun and jump and play while me and Daddy chill and watch them. I love that they enjoyed themselves. They enjoyed this place. This place reminds me of a Marshall's World we have down here. The Marshall World we have here. And they loved it. It just so much fun for the kids, very affordable. So if you're in Atlanta and you're looking for something to do, I'm going to have the information down below. I think it's called Hippo Hop, something like that. If I'm saying it wrong, I'll put it in the description box below so that you have the true information about it. So it was pretty fun to do that with our kids, and just get out and vacay, because every couple, every person need that mental vacay. And even if it wasn't without the kids, it's still okay. I enjoyed myself. I really did. So we did all of that. We did much more. I just don't want this to be long. So I'm going to get into, because I told y'all I was also going to Atlanta to see Dr. Curves, Dr. Andrew, I believe is his name. And I went and saw him. And I went and saw him on a Wednesday. My appointment was on a Wednesday. And I'm going to say that the staff was really nice, really sweet. The setup was really beautiful. I loved going in and, feeling welcomed. So it was really nice upon arrival. I did arrive 10 minutes early because that whole setup, that place is like 40 minutes away from where my grandmother stays. So we had to get up early to drive and beat traffic. But I still got there 10 minutes early. So when I walked in, I had to fill out papers, of course, and my wait in the wait room was no more than 10 to 15 minutes. The young lady at the desk was very sweet, just very warming and welcoming. And I had Malia with us, so she just lit up the room, and everybody loved her, and I loved that little 10 to 15 minutes there. And then after that, the young lady, my consultant, called me back to the room. And when we went back to the room, she told me to undress down to my gown, to just a gown. And I had, well, you know, my bottoms off. So I had my drawers and my bra on and this little funky gown. So you guys know the consulting gown that be open from the front. So I had that on, and she said, my doctor will be in a couple of minutes. I said, okay. She said, but before he comes in, I'm going to play this video for you. So she played this video that was at least 10 minutes long, 10 or 15 minutes long. And basically all this video was him talking, you know, basically giving us the D's before he actually walks in to, you know, do what he has to do. So basically it's filling us in on questions that we may think we have or might have already answered in this video. So I thought that was pretty neat, but you know me, I'm a one-on-one person, so if I have questions, you know, he still made it an effort to ask if you needed it. But that video was like 10 or 15 minutes long, and of course we seen celebrities like Shakana, Tiny's friend. We seen celebrities on the video, and we just high praises of his work. And I was like, okay, you know, he just looks like he loves what he does, like I said in the last video, and you could tell. So as time goes on, that video ends and a couple of more pop up, and it's just giving us pros and cons about procedures, and you know, gives us the financial aspect of the video, and so forth and so on. So after the video goes off, we are waiting for about 10 to 20 minutes. I'm saying 10 to 20 minutes because that's literally how long it could have been. 10 or 20 minutes for him to come in. So all in all, we waited for about an hour for him to come in. So we waited for him about an hour for him to come in. And after that, we sat there, and me and my husband was cracking jokes the entire time waiting on him with Malia and dropping food and stuff on the floor. It was funny. But as he come in, as we wait for him to come in, the consultant comes in. Of course, she sits down. You know, do you have any questions? You know, she asks questions about my family health issues and history, which I have a lot of on both sides. I have high blood pressure and diabetes, etc., etc. So she asked, you know, who are those relatives, X, Y, Z, and I tell her, and she asked a couple of more personal questions, you know, drinker, smoker, you know, the same thing that your physicians would ask you if you were to go, you know, to do something health-wise, checkup-wise. So she asked all those questions, and I answered them, and then no more than, I can say, 5 or 10 minutes later, he knocks on the door, he comes in, and I'm gonna be honest with you, he sits on the swivel chair, and then he just looks at, he said, okay, take off the robe. So I take off the little paper mache thing. And he looks at my body. He said, okay, we're going to do X, Y, Z. We're going to do lipo here. We're going to do lipo there. We're going to lipo up here. And then we're going to lipo the stomach. And then we're going to cut off the stretched skin. And we're going to tummy tuck. So he was talking about lipoing my flanks. I think my flanks are considered my love handles. I don't mind, but I told him the back up here, I'm okay with the fat up here. You know, I like my little cushion up there. But he was like, you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. I like it. I'm sure. You know, anything else, but I love that. I love the back fat. So yeah, and it was brief, y'all. It was so brief. It was so brief because right after he said, did all that, he was like, do you have any questions? I was like, the only questions I have is financial wise, okay? So he looked, he turned the swivel chair to the side and pointed at the consultant. I was like, okay, all right. So after that, he jetted off, and I was like, And I was like wondering if this was, you know, normal because it seemed a little weird. So I did a little research on YouTube, and a couple of other girls had the same experience. So it wasn't too weird, but it was really weird for him to come in and then, you know, say X, Y, Z. But I guess when you're in a profession that you're in, it's easy to just come in and diagnose once you see your work and jet off. So I kind of took it as that, but I still wanted, you know, that one-on-one personal, I guess, that one-on-one personal, you know, experience. And I got it close up and personal, him seeing me in my bra and my pink granny panties, because that's what I had on, some granny panties, okay? But he got up and close and personal on that. So I guess that was just a little weird to me. But the experience all in all was good. After that, we talked about the financial aspect of it all. And, you know, my procedure is a little chatter. It's a little chatter, okay? It's a little chatter, but we got this. No, but seriously, it's all right. It's, to me, for what I say, it's semi inexpensive and semi expensive, if that makes sense, you know, for those who do and don't have it. But I just say, all in all, my experience was a great one. You know, I'm looking forward to the surgery. All I had to do after that was set a surgery date. You do have to put down a $500 deposit just to lock in that date. See, I haven't done that yet because I'm all over the place business wise. So I have to make sure that once I lock in that date, that it's actually there and set in stone. But even then, they said that if something were to happen, I could always reschedule. There's nothing wrong with, you know, calling back and rescheduling and say, hey, I can't do that date, please do it another day. So I love that. So they don't just take your money, you lock in a date, and it's either that or no. So I love that. And I love the fact that they give you this little information folder. So I got this black folder, really cute, in the house. And they give you all your information about, you know, your stay after the procedure. They tell you your overnight stay, because you're going to have to stay once the surgery is done overnight. And you're going to stay in this little area room, this recovery room. And I know my husband's going to be with my grandma at this time. So he'll be able to come back and check on me. And I'll be able to go home after that. I do plan on staying in Atlanta during this entire procedure and recovery. So I do plan on doing that, because there's no point in going to get my surgery and then coming all the way back home. And then they said after a week I have to go back anyway, because they have to take out the drain catheter once everything is done. There's going to be a little drain catheter that they have on the side that's draining all the fluids. So after a week they're going to have to take that out. So I just plan on staying in Atlanta for this procedure. But other than that, I think that, you know, the all in all overall experience for the consultation part was okay. It was okay. There's nothing more I can say else that I can think of. You know, he's a good looking man in person too. Really nice. So yeah, moving on to Gatlinburg. So this is just short and brief. We went to Gatlinburg the next following morning. We drove all the way to Gatlinburg, Tennessee for our 2-day stay, and we just sightseeing, and we loved that experience. We took the girls to Goat on a Roof, and what this place is a really cute place where you can feed the goats, and you can do go-karts and all that other stuff. It's really nice. The girls, I'll insert a little snippet of a video in here, Olivia feeding the goat. Around this time, Joshua and Julia were on the go-karts going around, while me, Malia, and Olivia were feeding the goats. And Olivia loved this little bicycle and loved feeding this one goat that she could not stand that the other big goat was coming by and eating off of the little goat's plate that she had. It was so cute. And we not only did that, we went out to a lot of amazing places to eat. Oh my God, the food is amazing. It's so good, so good. It was so good. I will go back for that experience. Now we will go back to sightsee the places where they have all these nice arcades and things like that. It's a nice little town that Dolly Parton set up for, you know, tourists to go enjoy. Now we were supposed to go to Dollywood, but we didn't go to Dollywood because baby Dollywood is ready to take the cheddar cheese, okay? And for some little gremlins and yourself, it's expensive. So we bypassed the Dollywood scene, and we just started doing things around the little town. We was just doing things there, and we found something fun and interesting every time. So we enjoyed that. I enjoyed my little mini vacay because Lord knows I need it, and I think we all need that little time away from home. And I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to go back. I am going to go back in possibly June, in not Gatlinburg, but in Atlanta, because I don't want to be away from my family for too long. I don't want to be away from them like I've been. I love spending time. Me and my sisters are twins, so you can understand the anxiety that I have, even though we live separate lives. I'm a mother and a wife. She's a wife and a businesswoman. So I just feel like sometimes I need that love from my family, and hugs and kisses, and, you know, that one-on-one to be with them and spending time with them. So I really enjoyed my vacation, y'all, and I just wanted y'all to know that I am back. I'm back to stay. Well, I've been staying, but I'm back, and I'll be uploading more videos soon. And I miss you guys, and I hope you miss me too. And then forget about me. I'm here because Lord knows I'm here with these videos. I love that you guys give amazing feedback on my wig reviews, my wig review videos. I truly appreciate it. Some of those days that I do those, it makes me feel so good, just really good. And it relieves so much stress that I have built up due to anxiety and all this other stuff, but I'll have that in a separate video. But I appreciate you guys so much for all of your love and support. My subscribers are going up as little as my little channel is. I appreciate those who just take the time and say, hey, I see something in her, many others don't. So I truly appreciate it, and I love being that class act for y'all. I love doing what I do. So yeah, y'all, this comes to the conclusion of this video. If you have any questions, I'm sure I can at least try to answer them in the comment section below. Or if not, you can email me, because I say it 100 times in this video, tamika.moscato25@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to answer anything you have. So I love you guys, and I'll see y'all in my next wig review. So it's been fun, it's been real, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.